What does it mean to you to be an Orthodox Jew?
For me, to be an Orthodox Jew is me keeping my culture and not deviating from what the Torah says. When God says do something, it's important for me to do it. And I just think that keeping all my rules and regulations is something that keeps me Orthodox.
For me, to be an Orthodox Jew means obeying all of the holidays, obeying Shabbat, keeping rules of kashrut.
Well, it means to support Israel, I think. It means to try to keep the customs of Judaism, and it means to, I guess, be a good person as well.
How did you feel as a freshman coming into a pluralistic Jewish high school?
I felt nervous and scared because I didn't know if someone was gonna try to transform me into being something I'm not. For example, telling me to go to egalitarian minyan or something. But at the end of the day, looking back at it this year, I realized how much more religious I got, and not religious, but knowing my Judaism or knowing my religious-ish. Because I'm in women's minyan, and then I know to pray every morning and say Tehillim and do all the stuff. I did it on my own, rather than in the school I was in before, they would force it upon me. So if it were to be forced upon me, then I wouldn't want to do it.
It was something that I was a little bit frightened about because I was unsure about the outcomes of myself, but I gave myself a few guidelines, which I still keep till today, and it helped me get through. But my feelings were strong. I was happy about it.
I was terrified because I remember, I could actually remember this, that I remember when I was in Mac and David, all the kids were Heschel, they never heard of it before, they never heard of anything, and they were they were messing with me. And anyway, the thing was that they made one of the teachers look up Heschel, and there was an article from Heschel that said that should men be allowed to wear skirts to school? and it was just really weird at first, because they were saying, oh, Ben, you're gonna wear a skirt to school, and stuff like that. And so I was really scared because I was scared that I was gonna see somebody different, even though I should generally accept people who are different, and I was just gonna break down laughing, so it was a little nerve-wracking at first.
Would you rather your children marry a non-Jew or an egalitarian Jew?
Egalitarian Jew, as long as they're Jewish.
What would you do if your children wanted to be pluralistic?
I would say that's not our way, and we're not pluralistic or Orthodox, and have a good day. Sorry.
What would happen if your children wanted to be pluralistic?
Well, I grew up in a community where Orthodox is no other than that. So I would try to do as much as I can to keep them straight on the arrow. But if they want to do what they want to do, there's nothing I can do to stop them.
What are people's reactions to your choice of school in your community?
Well, initially, people were unsure about what Heschel even was, so they automatically made it it was a bad school. Oh, you're going to Heschel? Oh, you're not going to go anywhere in life. Shut up. Go to Heschel. It's a good school. Other people were just you're a non-Jew. It's all non-Jews. Buddy, we're all Jewish.
How can you take what you've learned from being in a pluralistic school and apply it to your life beyond Heschel?
So, as an Orthodox Jew coming here, it was really weird to me to see all the different sects of Judaism. I've seen Ashkenaz Jews pray before, but then seeing women in tefillin, seeing women wearing talit and praying, and at first to me it was weird, and I remember when we had to go to egal on the first time, I was almost semi laughing and trying to control myself because I was that happens when I'm uncomfortable a lot. But then actually learning more about I think it was actually this year that actually after it took me 3 years to understand the conservative movement and understand the good that they actually did, because I was kind of against it in the beginning, but now that I think that they really modernized Judaism, Heschel as a school has taught me to accept different branches of Judaism.
How have you grown religiously at Heschel?
Well, as much as I thought I would not grow at all. I actually grew more than my prior middle school, my Orthodox middle school, because being in a class with all students who do not have the same religious like
Background.
positions as I do, it made me argue and get my opinions and my Jewish laws out to
Would
everyone.
you recommend Heschel to other Orthodox Jews?
I would recommend Heschel to other Orthodox Jews. Heschel does a very good job of keeping it equal. They don't favor any other type of denomination, so it helps. Like, I don't feel any way ever uncomfortable being an Orthodox Jew
What
here.
way have you been religiously challenged at Heschel or felt uncomfortable or vulnerable?
I think one of the more challenging aspects of being in Heschel has been the women rabbis. Even though I'm not in the egalitarian minyan, I still get comments like, "Oh, Carol, put the tefillin on," and it just makes me a little bit uncomfortable. Another thing is maybe like when I go for lunch with my friends, and I'm not used to like my friends eating like not kosher meat, so it's just a little different for me. Also on Shabbat, when my friends ask me to make plans, I always have to say no. As much as I want to, I can't go in the car or spend money on Shabbat, so yeah.
Sometimes, yeah. Like when I see, I don't know, a woman wearing tefillin, that's just not my way. A woman wearing kippah, that's not my way either.
In what ways do you see pluralism playing a factor in your life beyond Heschel?
It just gives me exposure and understanding that other people have other ways of doing things, but it's not necessarily wrong.